right? And I'm hoping that with Train, they can free up guys like Brokey. I think really he's going to be key. Cold as well, I want to see even more from. I feel like these two can make all the difference. I really, really do. And then for Mousesports, I'm excited to see Acor on a map like Train. I think here he's also going to be given a lot more freedom, a lot more importance to get these opening kills, to be the man to create space. Whereas before, it felt like he was kind of just slotting in to the Mousesports system back on Mirage. I want to see what he's capable of when he's given that room.
Hey Prius, you're looking beautiful.
Prius on the 1s and 2s. I'm trying to get him into FPV drones. I got him to fly mine and now it's in the field, although that's my fault more than his, but we need to do it, Prius. Buy the gear. Let's get it going for next time I'm in America. We'll go and fly. Well then, this is a big round for FaZe Clan. Definitely want to start as they mean to go on. They have the luxury of the CT side on Train. Didn't do them much good on Mirage, but perhaps this can be different.
Fingers crossed. It's a very slow start here in this T-side pistol, and eventually they go, yeah, let's just run out main. The Glock's at range. Oh, tag on a Brokey. He's still alive, still a threat back in connector. Has to be a little bit more measured now. Kirby putting up numbers. There's the response from Frozen and Acor. How have they done that with Glocks through the little pixel angle? Oh, another Frozen taps him out of the server. And now it's all left onto one man for the FaZe side. coldzera, a big order for him, does deal with the first, and now only one man left to beat. It's somehow down to this close 1v1 scenario, so back and forth throughout the entirety of that pistol there. And now Cold trying to play it measured, trying to play it cool, Zera, as he moves around the back, but a couple of missed shots, and oh no, might be cool, but not better than Frozen as he's backed out. And now it's Mousesports looking to lock this pistol in for Cold. There should be no way that he gets away with this one, right? He's just getting teased, he's sticking it, and there it is. A wide swing in, locks in that pistol for Mousesports.
He had a free shot on Frozen as well, absolutely free. Perhaps a little panic there from coldzera. Normally a safe pair of hands. Frozen with 4 kills in that pistol round. Nice to see at least one P250, especially there are so many long channels of engagement on maps such as Train, but it was a Glock to make the difference on this occasion. So they lose the pistol, FaZe Clan, and they will start on the arse end of things here. It will be a force buy though. See Brokey with the scout, a bunch of deagles as well. He can bait players into taking very narrow engagements with you, where minimal correction is needed with these deagles. But the smokes will help alleviate that. Olofmeister through the smoke, doesn't need no angles.
Oh, this is brutal. Bomb's dropped in a really compromised spot as well. Acor's on a recovery mission. Does catch a kill getting there, but Brokey moves away from the smoke, conceding that bomb to still stop them from crossing to the site, but he's giving them a lot of room right now. FaZe still have a man on the bomb train, essentially, with that deagle. It's rain, but not for long. Acor picks him above the train, and Robs could go through connector here. He could go B, or he could just flank these CT players on A. If he tells his team to stay alive and stop giving up the gunfights, Robs can go on the long con, the full flank, round the world, and back again, and no one's even considering it. This is a perfect play for Robs. Oh dear, there's a freebie. He can't quite take it. Robs, Glock is out, chasing the kill. His teammate's getting frags, and Robs does finish the job. It drew enough attention away. He now knows he's being hounded down, can escape in time, as the deagle only does damage. Cold, same spot, harder job in the 1-on-3, and Robs offered up. There's one. No trade from the site. They're both low. Acor doesn't want to give it up, and we definitely don't need to see a replay. While he's in the clutch, he's got another. It's all on Frozen, who's walking back from inner. Bomb not for him, but no kit for Cold. Surely he can't stick this one. And he's moved off of it. Frozen should see it in just a second, and this is his. He's just not even taking the shot. He just goes, fine. You want to walk away? You can walk away.
He's got no kit, but he could pick up a rifle at the very least, coldzera. So you'll take something from this, but it will be 2-0 to Mousesports. Outmaneuvered at the very end by Frozen, who will fall to the bomb. That's a plus for FaZe Clan. At least everybody from Mousesports died. So if they are to win a round in future, it's a little less pressure as they try to turn things around, but holy hell, this was awkward. Very messy is the Mac-10 from range. So lots of bursting from Rops, but the Glock will keep him safe just about. That was somewhat hairy though. And who knows if that kill goes the other way. 2-0 for Mousesports. A lot of HGs for FaZe Clan, which may be headed towards A main. Nobody home, however. Perhaps a recon mission for the Mac-10s into the B-bomb site, which is currently empty.
They threw the smoke on the way to connector, but no one's actually playing B, and so Mousesports, they run right past the ramp, they filter out upper, and a free bomb plant, likely around here to be expected. Cold, anything he can do here is welcome, but unexpected with that solo Galil. And Mousesports, very deep in the post plant as well. They can cut off these rotations, trapped to the choke points. Nice nade set onto BMAS, but it's not going to kill him, and he's not wavering.
Not often you see nades like that. Normally they're from the T side in B halls if they're expecting a push from the CTs. And they're looking to cause some mayhem now, FaZe Clan. Not too much to lose. We've got a rifle on Cold Zero, which could be lost. But apart from that, it's just massive damage. I don't think they've got time to defuse the bomb. But again, Mousesports are losing so many players. Look how little money they have. Normally in a 3-0 situation, a T side will have a full buy in the hole. So if, like, FaZe Clan, for example, won the next round, they need to make sure they keep their numbers up because the T side will have a full buy the round afterwards to really break them. But that may not be the case here, as Mousesports have taken heavy damage in these rounds.
Yeah, now things get a little more exciting, right? With that context of the fact that the money is going to be in a bit of a rough spot for Mousesports as a result of so many players dying back to back, and now this first investment coming through for FaZe, they're actually in a really good spot to get around and then have that carry over, right? And actually mean something in the grand scheme of this first half. Potentially keeping Mouz on that back foot in terms of the money, and very, very quickly, you know, you could look to equalize. That said, while that's the situation they find themselves in, it's also like the same in terms of their own money, where they could be reset if they lose this one right away. So BMAS trying to get that trade, can't trade Carrigan out. Still waiting, but now he's trapped, and now it's like an even odds fight. BMAS is kind of sweating bullets here, while Kierby's just patient, waiting on the angle. Smoke goes down. Kierby's trying to go over, but this looked like what BMAS was trying to do with that smoke, and he's ready for it. Baits Kierby into going up and over, now flashing his teammates out of the pop dog, and this push into the A site, slowly but surely seeping through the cracks. Brokey trying to plug them. Has put up one. There's another from Rain, and so FaZe now in this 4-on-2.
God, you can see how awkward this fight has been for all concerned. Brokey dancing around the bomb site, swinging the barrel. He swings it no more. And again, it's Cold Zero to try and make something happen on the A bomb site, but he will just eat bullets in the face. And now Rain, 1v2, sees the shadow, but where is the second player? He'll try and blindside the guy above him. Ooh. And it's a bomb carrier as well. Frozen almost doing 360. 20 seconds now for Rain to dance. Very low in HP, but quietly trying to slink away and reset the situation. Maybe force BMAS into a bomb plant, but there won't be one because there's a headshot from Rain. Maneuvers carefully, and that's a much-needed round for FaZe Clan. Again, only 1 of 10 players surviving. Has been a war of attrition so far. We'll see what Mousesports choose to do.
Yeah, perfect play for Rain. That's what you need from him. That's what FaZe desperately need as to not get swept in this series, right? Get on the board ASAP. Brokey on the AWP. And you talk about that damage, James, from the 1 rounds for Mousesports, but losing 4 or 5 players and each of them post-pistol. Well, now that's finally come into play. They lose 1 gun round, and boom, it's a force buy situation. Deagles with a hero AK on Rops. So
that is
already
a glorious grenade. It didn't hit anyone, but look how deep that went. That's extremely specific.
Yeah, when we were covering NAEPL, there were a lot of teams that were learning. Team 1, actually, the Brazilian team, that learned lineups that they threw every time they played Train. And you throw them from bomb Train on A, and you double nade through the window, and they were just killing players crossing to B on pistol rounds. Time after time. Every series they did it, and every series it worked. So, yeah, it's a cool idea, getting nades in through those windows. You can also flash if you want to send your teammate up the ladder. Obviously, a lot more risky there.
Yeah, so for those of you at home, breaking that glass allows you to, for example, throw a smoke towards Ivy to cut off angles for the CTs. So if you're expecting grenades to be thrown, meaty HE from that could be a game changer. But for now, it'll be Operation Human Shields. Mousesports heading into the B bomb site. All pistols here on 4 remaining players, but Robs has got the AK actually. I'm sure the Deagle will go first to try and create some space for him, but he'll do more than that. Frozen taking coldzera out and delivering even more than that. He can push forward through the bomb site now, which makes things really hard for FaZe Clan in terms of a retake.
Oh, and he's trying to go further. Frozen right behind enemy lines, and he's traded places with the comp players. There's the flick back from Rain, and it's death from above as he puts up the double. Now down to 2 for Mousesports. Frozen got this round started. Now we're looking at BMAS and Co to try and get it over the line. They're getting closer, and he's doing damage, but only good for that. Olof left in the clutch. Acor up here in the heavens. With the peek, gets the info that he is not on that bomb. Olof is trying to leave, and Acor's happy with those results. Mousesports, with just the Deegs and armor, they are able to put a 4th up. Frozen with those entries to create all that space, charging in down through the ramp. And trying to go even further. I love the fact that he really pushed the envelope on it, like all the way into con. Good awareness from Rain, right, to realize that something's amiss when Frozen doesn't resurface after that aggression through the site.
Yeah, I wonder if there was a question mark on the radar there, because that was quite a frag.
Yeah, Rain's on top of the train, so he can probably see him just above that smoke. Frozen was just a little bit too low, so even though they were looking at each other for some time, Frozen just doesn't know that Rain's there until it is already too late. Now that Hero AWP surrounded by pistols for FaZe, the money tipped on its head, flipped back in the favor of Mousesports. Brokey running around the site, going full device, looking for these picks anywhere they are presented, but they're so deep already, and he sees nothing. Frozen picking up Kievi. The trade is good. Brokey gets spammed, though, tagged down to 20, and Olof's Deagle does come alive for 1. Carrigan's on the bomb train, and Rain is no longer alive, and neither is Brokey, as these pistols now are all that remains. Team Flash, not going to be a problem. Cold is also blinded, and Carrigan, in a precarious position, continues to spray. It's a round for Mousesports nonetheless, although it got a bit scary in the middle there with shots from Brokey and Olof. Not enough for a round though, and now FaZe can come back in with the full buy after that eco. Oh, this buy perhaps for Carrigan. It's not going to be a worry though. He might be taking that up for the spawn. Does have good spawn to pick, but no, sticking with the AK.
Is he going straight in with some flashbang support? HE to the middle of the bomb site in case of a fast boost for the CTs. Nothing too meaty happens on this occasion. We could see how important it is for the pistols to stay alive around that AWP and just make noise and threaten the peak, give him some space to work with, and we can see Brokey now by Sandwich up close with the AWP. He wants to reset his position. You can see Olofmeister creeping as he gets his ears shaved by Frozen, left to right in the smoke. That is a blind spot position which one will check for. Olofmeister will hear that scope. There's some presence shown further away, and he goes for the peek actually, but Acor could catch him here. Misses his flick, however, but there's a trade frag from Frozen.
Yeah, very well played. Olof was ready for a second player there. He heard the spam from the AK earlier. Gets out with a flash from his teammate and trades 1-for-1. Mousesports in a 2-on-2, and they're going back to grab that bomb. It's a long way away. Brokey's still alive with the AWP as well. He's 2 kills deep in the round so far. Mousesports making a lot of noise. This will be heard. Brokey is ready. Has that bomb, but the smoke is down and his blind shot hits nothing. I like this Ivy push though. A big flank coming through. If Mousesports don't speed up, or if they try and bail and go B, they could get shot in the back right now. Instead, they commit forward. Brokey needs to get at least 1 here. He needs to stay alive, and they're crossing to the site. He's dodged them for now. Peeked in the face by Frozen, and Cold with the flank. His timing is good, but can he do anything? The bomb's going down.
This is a big chance though, right? No one's ready for it yet. He's here a little bit faster than they might be ready for. However, he seems to have missed the timings. They've gone through that smoke in Ivy and now dodged coldzera on this wrap round. He's continuing to go in, still looking to try and make this clutch happen. With so much time ticked off for the bomb, it's getting less and less likely by the second. coldzera maybe out of chances here. There's the swing, has dealt with Frozen, and now just Rop's left to beat, but it's the time that's the problem. And so he's just saving that AWP. He's just getting out of there with what he can. It's a real shame, right? A real chance on that flank. But sadly, the kills just never materialize. Mousesports do a great job of dodging him.
Ooh, oh, he heard Rops running at the end there. Oh, desperately trying to take away that AWP. It's a good save, but definitely in a 2-on-2 that FaZe really would have wanted to win. Frozen hits a banger by taking down Brokey at the back of green. If Brokey can either stay alive and wait for Cold or just get a kill there and get traded, that's surely a FaZe round. Instead, Mousesports build some more. Another eco for FaZe around this AWP. And, well, last time, James, they put the pistols around the AWP. They got some value out of it, but they still lost the round with only 2 kills. Will this be any better? Probably not if Mousesports walk inner when FaZe have no one there.
There's surely a flash for Rain towards the end of the smoke as he's standing very close to main. Lack of defuse kits in the last round for FaZe Clan. Olof, Brokey, and coldzera. None of those three had one from what I could see. Have been shortcomings in the buys from FaZe Clan, and as we have indicated, there's of course one here as it is a hero AWP on coldzera. Now the B bomb site's been taken. Did they even risk it? They're carrying a lot of money on them. Brokey can pick up the rifle. The Molotov will shoot him away. We can see a reposition to CT. Not necessarily a commitment though, unless Olof Meister can get something. He's only got a deagle, of course. Rain's coming in as well. So coldzera is still in a spot where he could fall back, but they will fish for something. They still have one smoke in tow, which could be used here, trying to pepper Frozen. But that cleanup of Olof Meister and Rain should stop FaZe from taking further risks. Mousesports will move to 7 on the T side of Train, looking pretty unstoppable at the moment.
Someone's deep fried Frozen, man. He is crispy as hell right now. He is clicking skulls. There's not a lot that FaZe can do about it. How does he get away alive and with both kills there after Olof tags him down? No idea.
Now, he is looking really good, isn't he? Because, you know, towards the end of Woxic's tenure in this team, we also weren't really seeing all too much from Frozen. He had, like, occasional good games, but it didn't feel like the most consistent thing ever. And obviously, still early days. We've had, like, the addition of A-Core, but I more think maybe it's this little break to give everyone some time. You know, there were a lot of games played all throughout 2020, and a lot of teams were complaining about, you know, feeling exhausted. Well, it's looking good for Frozen right now. It feels like he's come back kind of recharged after some time away. It's exciting as well to think about the prospect of having like all these big fraggers, right? You've got Rops, who we all know and love, and then you look down this list at the kind of lesser proven names like BMAS, like your Frozens. But we know that they've always had it in them, and they have given us those moments. It's more been about the consistency.
Oh, no way Cold wins that fight. He won't get out alive, but he was in hot water for a second there with players walking through ramp smokes and drops out upper. Still a plan for Mousesports. The solo B player going 1-for-1 has forced FaZe to retake. And these rounds can be so hard if Mousesports don't get aggressive and give you kills. You know, look at how passive they're playing. Sat on the bomb site, a player still playing in the halls with a Molotov. It's A-Core on upper. This is going to be a very hard round for FaZe with no smoke for the bomb. They throw in their last incendiary to do anything here, but Mousesports have room to move. And Carrigan's on a big flank from those halls. He's going to backstab. There's one. Can't double down. Olaf on the site. BMAS with the spray. They're getting close, and BMAS is doing everything they need and more. Molly on the bomb coming at the right time, and that is the signal to get out alive. Brokey is running, and Mousesports are winning 8-1. There's just no stopping them right now. BMAS even grabs that AWP as A-Core dies to the bomb. And it's just
I almost feel like Mousesports left the doors open for FaZe Clan to rotate in and lose everything they were carrying in that round, just to make them make it easier in future. That's kind of how it felt there. It's like, sure, come into the bomb site, fight for this. Let's just put up some smokes here. Let's just put up some delayed flashbangs, pick you off one by one, and force you to buy within an inch of your economy. Whereas if they win this round now, Mousesports, things start to get a little more free. The loss bonus is high, of course, for FaZe Clan, but it all helps.
On top of that, they also box in FaZe with Carrigan, who was halls, waiting to see if FaZe were giving it a go. And then he just moves out into pop into A and flanks Con. Like, FaZe have no escape. They have no way to retreat. They are trapped between enemies on both fronts. So, yeah, it's a nice little bait play for Mouz. And Carrigan given the AWP. He is low. Rops again, just walking, or sorry, Frozen walking down B. No, he's in a different smoke. It is Rops on B, it's Frozen on Ivy, and he's going to get picked up by Olof on this AWP. 2 in play, 1 saved. That molly, no idea how it's not burning. Kiebi walking on fire and flames, but BMAS will take him down off the top. It's a 3-on-3, and Olof is giving away A as Mousesports get closer.
That is an extreme side profile of Brokey's head compared to everybody else. He's like full 90 degrees. 40 seconds as things get quiet now. Yeah, right, we're being teased. There's a flash, but Olof Meister reset into bullets afterwards. There it is, that 90-degree angle. Let's go. Jawline, baby. Man advantage for Mousesports as they look to plant the bomb. 27 seconds left as Brokey creeps up Ivy. Doesn't get a kill here. It's a really deep flashbang. Takes him off the angle. Tries to make his way back in. Nice flick. Hold on a second. We got stereo frags. coldzera melting A-core and cleaning up Rops as well. And finally, FaZe Clan able to double their score late on in this first half.
Mate, that's the reason why Brokey's head's like that. That's how quick he was turning there. He dodges the flash and then flicks back in. That's wild. How on earth did they just turn that around? It looked like it was done. Like,
yeah, I think,
like you know, everyone was just kind of like, yeah, that's another Mousesports round right there. Then Brokey and Cold, nah, not today.
So quick.
Look, whoop, snap back, and then he's like, right then, boom, he's gone. A-core burns out to the Molotov as well, trying to get the trade from Pop, but ends up betraying him.
That was a very awkward frag for Brokey as well. He kind of dealt with it and made it look very reasonable. Yeah. It was for him, but that was like incredibly awkward.
He made it look cooler than it had to be, you know, like he added in a bunch of 12s, bunch of other stuff. Made all of us be, you know, like kind of cringing at the sight of it, and then he hits it, and you're like, well, all right, whatever works, if that's how you find the easiest.
I wonder if players ever do like lowest kills pays the bill, at least on a T side, because it's not really fair on a B side, right? If you're playing B bomb side or something.
Maybe that's why no one likes being the support player in teams, because that's like the rule set that's standard.
All lowest flashes, lowest enemies flashed, pays the bill. Well then, FaZe Clan fighting for a chance to claw things back in the second half. So far, they've got 2 rounds from 10. Olof Meister, a simple pop flash from Brokey. That'll be successful. The correction though towards main. Gabi will trade his teammate. Very important. Frozen coming in, dropping the bomb. Surely that was heard as well. Now there are problems for Mousesports as they try to rescue that and rescue this round. A-core doing what he can, taking big risks. And Ropski will try and play off of this. Brokey down to the pistol, but it won't be enough. Headshot from Rops now. Smokes up on the A-bomb site, and maybe this bomb can get planted. Then again, Olof Meister still lurking around the back. A-core with 10 HP versus 2.
Wow, the spam through the smoke for Olof. It didn't come up as a smoke kill, so maybe he had a gap, or Rops was further through so he could be seen. But yeah, that's a perfect play for Olof. Looked like Rops may have saved the round by coming through. And Frozen was so desperate to trade by, you know, dropping that bomb and swinging back in main as the smoke comes in. Like he's so desperate to trade. I don't think he's even really ready for the fight there. Barely looking back after dropping the package, and now Mousesports, never thought I'd see it. They're broken, they're on Glocks. It was about time. FaZe, with a couple of rifle rounds here, have forced these T's to eco. The only deagle on A-core, and okay, not even really seen. Rain tickles his toes and takes him down a notch as Mousesports run through, dry into A. It's easy peasy for Rain and Kiebi. Only Rops remains, but not for long.
So FaZe are getting something going back their way, right? But I think really, if you're FaZe Clan here, you're looking at kind of going for the remainder of this first half. I think you want to be going flawless, right? 7 to 8, that you can come back into that. It's just the fact that Mousesports already have a great T side, right? Like even if it did go flawlessly in favor of FaZe from here on out, it's not something you're going to be kicking yourselves over if you are Mouz. You've still got that CT side to come, and you know, I think you're already very happy with this. So pressure's on for FaZe. They are starting to move in the right direction though. Once again, you got something fast out through main. Frozen trying to get deep down. Olof move in while Carragher is dueling at the back of the trades. They lose Acor, they lose Carragher as well. Now, Frozen, where's he come from? He's in with a double. Out from main, make it 3, and Frozen just absolutely lighting up the scoreboard, looking for number 4, and he's knocking on the door of him, man. He's right there, and Frozen feels aware of it. Oh, here it is. Poor Olof didn't even know what hit him. Frozen's on for the ace, and they might go let him hunt it down. Cole's rotated out through connector and is inside of the bomb site, so he could look to still put a stop to this round. It's just the wrap from Frozen. Cole's having to take into account so many timings, and there it is, the ace. Mousesports on to 9, and it's all on the back of just one man.
Man, Cold Zero has been the last man standing in so many rounds. Very tough position for him, but Frozen made it tough with all these entries on this A bomb site, just responding to every assailant from the CT side. Olofmeister executed from the back, very awkward position once again. And they just allowed Frozen to lurk. Play with the time they had, going wide through Old Bomb to find Cold Zero, making his way through connector onto the bomb site. And Mousesports make it to 9. Brokey will fall back base on that molly, not fancying it. Down goes Carragher by the Olof position. Man who made it famous on the server. 5v4 for FaZe Clan, looking for 6 from their first half, which would be impressive considering the way they started.
Emas, does he want to go ahead of the smoke? The flash is good, cleared out by Kierby with the shaky spray. He's found his second. And FaZe looking for 5 right now. Only 3 players stand in their way. It's a strong start from Kierby. Mousesports peel back from B, looking to put all their eggs in the same basket on this outer site. Bomb coming back towards main as well with Frozen and Acor combined. With things going quiet, FaZe do pre-rotate Brokey inner. Pretty standard. They have enough players to watch every spot in the yard. And actually, it is going to be a B play after all. So Mousesports taking their sweet time to group up in these B halls. We've got a player up close. It's cold with Brokey supporting. So this is going to be very difficult for round for Mousesports to actually convert, even if they can trade their way onto the bomb site.
Yeah, utility here to try and get Rops down through this ramp. It's going to start to rain over. There's the smokes. Here comes the flash. And Rops is out cold. Trying to stay hidden from the flashes. Trying to turn away. Gets blindsided. Rops, double entry. And once again, it's just one player for Mousesports spearheading this push in. Frozen fighting alongside him as well, and it's a terrifying duo to run into. Now, Rain is flanking down the ramp, but Acor turns on a dime. Oh, another double. And suddenly Olof, he's all alone. Where's the rest of his team gone? With the AWP, he's trying to make something happen. There's the swing, and oh yeah, the USP switch couldn't have been timed worse if you tried. Mousesports onto 10. And that is like, I don't even know how they get back into that, right? It's a 3-on-5 when they move in towards the B bomb site. And Rops, you know, this kill here, kind of forgivable. Cold's dodging the flashbang. He just keeps applying that pressure. Frozen's with him. They're playing that trade game together. I love the idea of, you know, like, you take the B site, you push up, and you know that if you take CT and connect it away and you're contesting that, the rotations just feel so uncomfortable for FaZe.
Yeah, while that flank could have been really good for Rain, Mousesports actually, with the pace that they got those 2 kills, they know they have a window with those deep smokes to plant open, and so they plant on the left side of default, and so Rain's flank isn't really that important because Mousesports aren't playing for the halls. They don't have anyone there. They're not getting backstabbed. They're already deep CT. They're already con side, and so Rain just kind of gets avoided until he gets cleared. So Mousesports 10-4, a man up, broken by for FaZe, looking for another dominant first half, and there's not much in their way. Carragher just running out Econ and dealing them death. 2 more kills, the AWP fires up, and Olofmeister is all that stands between Mousesports and 11 rounds at the half. Frankly, it looks like a done deal. It might even be a 2-0. Only time will tell as Mousesports clean up the half with a flawless round. We've got what could be the culmination of this series or the start of a comeback for FaZe coming up after the break. So, CT side of train for Mousesports is just round in a moment.
Puke green manhole cover, someone said.
Oh, hi, we're back. It's the Puke Green Manhole Cover Hour here at FaZe Clan, taking on Mousesports. And right now, deep within the manhole, are FaZe Clan. They are. There's no getting out of it with where they are right about now. This is going to have to be an incredible T-side. So right now, if you're a Mousesports fan, you're celebrating early. Let's see if that celebration is well-founded, because early on, this pistol already off to a good start for Mouz. Frozen's opened it. They do lose a core, so, well, Frozen's still fighting, still going. Any more? No. All right. Well, I was almost excited for him there.
Oh, Robs. Oh, he has a chance. He's on a big flank. No one's even looking. The bomb. Oh, back of the head hitboxes. They are a mess. And so he'll take the body shots instead. No killing blow. Brokey. Oh, not dead. Another shot. He's one bullet off. Karrigan finishes the kill onto Olaf, but Brokey is still sat on the train with a bomb. Can he get a plant down? Robs has crept out of the pop dog, and there's the bomb down. It's only one man stuck in the open. Kierby. Oh, great tap with a P250. Will he go for the plant or just look for the fight? B is his escape, and so he runs right into it. Karrigan has the kit double flash, but he's also pretty low. Only a 1 or 2 well-placed shots from Kierby could seal his fate.
Oh, just again, giving him a haircut. Can't dome Karrigan, who survives. Brokey was in the worst kind of sandwich there on the bomb train. Nowhere really for him to go but down. And the worst has happened for FaZe Clan. Mouse, well, almost the worst. They did plant the bomb at the very least, but Mousesports have won the pistol round. FaZe Clan lose both on this map and will have to do it the very, very hard way indeed. This is why you use a P250. It actually has longer headshot range in a pistol round, longer than the USP, but almost about twice as long as the Glock as well. So really makes a difference if you've got the aim.
Yeah, chunks armored players as well, right? Huge armor pen on that pistol, so that's always nice. FaZe, 4 rounds, probably green with envy. Or maybe it's just the sewage.
Maybe it's just the NIP rebrand. Who knows? They're green with something. Oh. Now they've lost rain as well. It's all coming up Mousesports, and that's good. You know, if you're a Mousesports fan, if you're a FaZe fan, this maybe isn't the series for you just yet. It's a bit of a shame because we haven't really seen much now on either map, right? Like we were kind of hoping that here on Train they could do something, and it looked like they maybe could have grinded their way back into the half. That never materialized. They never moved past this 4-round point. And so this little anti-eco's laid to rest nice and cleanly as well. For FaZe, time's running out. You really have like 1 or 2 buys left in the tank, and if you're not winning them, then that's it. It's all said and done. So
yeah, I mean, Harry, I got to ask you, if FaZe managed to pull this back and win this map and/or series, what's going to be louder, your apology or your disrespect?
That's a good point, right? If they won the series, it would have to be my apologies. Yeah. But, you know, I ain't looking to disrespect anyone, Hugo. You know, that's a meme from... that's an old... Not old meme, it's like a few months old.
Yeah, old So 2020, man.
Yeah. It was like a whole year ago, man. Come on, boy. So, look, we got the rifles out for FaZe, and they are up against the bonus round here for Mouz in a sense, right? You still got a lot of Famuses out. You got the Scout on A-Core. I say bonus. I'm using that wrong. This isn't really a bonus. But they get in through Ivy. They trade 1 for 1. And now it kind of grinds to an awkward halt because of Frozen getting aggressive in main. And a lot of this round now could hinge on Frozen specifically. Because if he falls, then suddenly this player in Sandwich is in like a world of hurt, having to watch 2 opposing angles. So Frozen needs to stay alive. And winning fights is a bonus on top of that. Rain's cancelled out. And Frozen repositions. What
timing with that smoke grenade. Oh, again. Oh, he should have got 2 there. A bit sloppy on the first one. Olaf and Cold remain. Now, will Cold get baited by this scope he's hearing later? Later? Well, it'll have to be later for him because he's dead. Olaf will get finished off by Rops. He'll clean up what Karrigan should have done earlier. And it's 14 for Mousesports. 2 rounds away from a very swift 2-0 of FaZe Clan, who barely turned up today so far, it must be said.
Yeah, a little worrying for FaZe, right? Moving forward in this tournament. There's not a lot of room for error. Obviously, still in the group is Heroic and MIBR, and we are yet to really see MIBR's new roster here in Europe. They are currently a map down versus Heroic. So over on the B stream, if you do want to check it out, putting up at least 14 rounds on their first map. But right now, this could be done sooner than we maybe would have liked, as Mousesports are 4 kills away from match point. And it's only pistols for FaZe.
Man like Rops. Biggest consumer of Rop stickers.
What, you or Rops?
Rops. It's got them on every gun. Covered.
Big fan.
I used to have one on my one of my AKs. Top geezer.
What AK skin?
Flying the Estonian flag. The icon of Estonia. What were we gonna say?
What AK skin?
I had his sticker on the Fire Serpents.
Oh,
But,
so you ain't messing around. I was expecting like, yeah, red line or something like that, but
No, I got rid of it.
just the Fire
I had too many gangster AKs, so I just got rid of all but one. Anyway, this is match point now for Mousesports, and Olofmeister trying to do what he can to keep FaZe Clan in this game. Only 4 rounds so far, and now he's gone. 4 on 4 as Carrigan's got some smokes to work with and work over on this A bomb site, and FaZe Clan start to stream in with more players. Seems this round may end here, but maybe the match will as well.
yeah, that's the scary part of your FaZe. You haven't brought much to the table yet, well now you need to, and there's Rain taking heads off, so that's at least something. But he's cancelled out immediately. Akor's like, nah mate, I've had enough. BMAS as well is in with another. And then time might be up for FaZe. It's a long angle, but it's BMAS to steal the kills away. And there it is, Mousesports. They lock in the victory. It's 2-0. And for Carrigan and crew, it's looking a little too easy. They walk that one over the finish line. For FaZe, bit of a slow start here at this event, but an exciting beginning for Mousesports, who, you know, like we've seen games that they should be winning slip away from them before. That was not the case here and now. They were dominant through and through. Everyone was stepping up. And Akor looks like he's slotting in nicely, right? Like, wasn't a liability, wasn't something that was able to get exploited ever by FaZe. I'm excited to see what he looks like as he gets tested by other top opposition.
For me, I think he did what he needed to do. I don't know how much we can take away from this just because of how... I don't know that Mousesports ever really felt pressure in this series. So that's what we need to see. Can he perform under pressure when he's really being tested? We saw the odd boost in Mirage, but apart from that, FaZe Clan weren't really on the server for this one. So it was a comfortable victory. Nice to pick up some experience with a new squad, but I think the bigger tests are still to come for Akor.
All right, yeah, that's a GG 2-0 for Mousesports, the most dominant game of the tournament yet. Obviously, Heroic MIBR is still currently ongoing on the B stream. Head over there in the meantime if you want to catch more Counter-Strike in the meantime. We're thrown over to a break, and we got more Counter-Strike on this stream as well, so we'll see you in a minute.